even care to vote for anybody while both of them are competing to be Israel's favorite bitch.
Yeah.
It's basically like this. It's like, oh, I'm the best one for Israel. How about being the best one for America? How about doing what's good for America? Is it good for America to pay $26 billion? If I'm seeing this, how do I feel as an American? Why is there some things that we are not allowed to speak about or afraid? This is the promise of the West. Come here and speak and say whatever you want, no matter how offensive it is. It doesn't matter because it is words. But then suddenly you come here and you find all of these red lines. Yeah. And I was made fun of, like when I came, oh, you came from the Middle East, you have all of these red lines. You cannot speak about that. We can speak about Jesus. We can speak about the American president. You can speak. And now I come here and I see the red line. You have one red line.
Really?
And you have one red line. Everybody here, not you. Then that red line, everybody can see. You guys cannot be able to talk about, which is Israel. This is your red line. Your red line is not even in your country.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's a crazy statement.
It's a crazy. As a Muslim, and all of those videos nitpicking of like, oh, look at this extreme Muslim who said that. Oh, this must be all Muslim are terrorists. And you have a lot of those videos on us and nobody's talking about it. So you understand like how this is personal for me?
Yeah.
And I'm fine talking about those horrible people in the Muslim community, but talk about everybody.
Right.
Don't limit our speech. And by the way, and I hate the word Islamophobe. Anybody is allowed to talk about Islam or the Quran or whatever. I will never call you an Islamophobe. But I'm an equal opportunity offender. If you talk about my religion, let's talk about everybody's religion.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to talk about my politics, let's talk about everybody's politics.
Yeah.
I'm not here to attack Jewish people. I'm not here to attack Israel. I am just asking for my right as an American to be able to speak about everything without having fear of being canceled or having my career canceled. I make.
So this is actually long overdue. This is a podcast with Bassem Youssef on Theo. And Bassem Youssef goes off on this podcast. I just haven't had a chance to react to it until now. I hope you guys enjoyed this summarized version of the whole podcast. You don't have to go watch the whole 2-hour thing. You can just watch the quick 15-minute video on my channel. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate that. Come on, only like 2.8% of you have subscribed to this channel. Let's bring that number up. Let's continue.
We're attacked there. You're taking money from tech. Israel is the only country that gives both sides and nobody questions. So basically, it's not caring about the education will not get you elected. Caring about healthcare will not get you elected. Caring about the well-being of your American constituents will not get you elected. It is caring about what's good for Israel. So yes, guys, our neighborhood is shit. We have no sewage, no education, but God bless Israel. It doesn't. You've missed that. The what you just had. AIPAC targets progressive with $100 million in its coffers.
Yeah.
So basically, anybody who talks against you in Congress, you pay them out, and then you take more money. Don't we as Americans deserve the $26 billion to be put 100%. In our communities?
Oh, I think it's like
this is we give them money, but they control us.
Yeah.
This is like
it's fucking they're good at the business, dude.
This is like a sugar daddy who's being slapped around like a bitch from his sugar baby.
One, I think a lot of people don't know what to think. A lot of people aren't super clear on maybe what's going on,
because they're not allowed to, because they are being. All they need to know is like to see the headlines of the news, and the headlines of the news is always something bad about Palestinians or something bad about nothing is bad. They don't spend enough time because they want their ESPNs and they need their Netflix. They don't want to involve in things. That's why a lot of Americans are still believing in the raping and the decapitated babies, because you can't stay tuned into the news for long. So for them, they do the shock,
right,
the lies. And then when people say, wait a minute, that didn't happen. It's like, it's too late now, because people are they're tuned out. The Congress getting bought, people getting bribed, $26 billion getting sent to Israel, people continue having bombing, and then every now and then, why is this happening? Because you checked out a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then you ask, what can we do? Nothing, because they made you check out a long time ago. So you have all of these people looking at what the government's doing, looking at what the world is doing. It's like, that ain't right. But there's nothing I can do about it. And this is exactly how you run the world. In my country, in the Middle East, I do that because you cannot speak up because you're going to be put in jail. But here,
You
can speak up, but nothing will happen. How come you believe in a religion, in a God, in a doctrine, but you believe that other people from another religion are chosen over you? Don't you feel unchosen?
Right.
I mean, this is like a religious polygamy, right? Like, are you cheating on Jesus? Is this some sort of a religious FOMO? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm sick and tired of this whole idea about chosen people. What does it mean to be chosen? Do you have a bottle service?
Yeah.
Do you have like a VIP lounge access?
So Bassem Youssef is bringing up a good point with the evangelicals and the Jewish people. So basically, the Jewish people want their homeland to be in Israel, and the evangelicals also want that homeland to be in Israel because they believe that will be the coming of Jesus Christ. Now, what's funny to me, and Bassem Youssef brings up a good point, is how do the Christians believe that the people of the Jewish faith are the chosen people? And I never understood what Judeo-Christian values meant. You hear this all the time. America is built on Judeo-Christian values. Is it? I mean, isn't that kind of contradictory? Don't the Jews literally believe that the Christians committed blasphemy or something like that, right? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, let's continue.
Are you like in a waterfront condos and we were like back in that purgatory in our shitty like
it's great
timeshare
advertising, right?
It was in their Bible, in their Torah, but
And these are things that a normal, average, everyday American does not even question. The normal, average, everyday American is a good person, good-hearted person who honestly doesn't understand what's going on in the Middle East and what our hand has been in the Middle East, unfortunately.
it's fine because everybody thinks they're chosen.
Everybody wants to think
that
they're
is the
chosen.
driving force of faith.
Right.
That I'm the only one on heaven and everybody's going to go to hell.
Yeah.
But I don't understand if they're saying that they're chosen, why the Christian Zionists believe that. So what basis of this was a land of Palestinian people. Mm-hmm. People from Europe came in and they started to import other Jews from the other parts of Arab countries. And they said, this is our land now for whatever biblical reason. Whatever, because doesn't make any sense. This is like me coming into your podcast studio. So like, hey, my fortune cookie told me that this is mine now and I'm allowed to kill you. I don't care about what your Bible or Torah or Quran.
Again, this is something that I talk about as well. Basically, the Jewish people say that Israel is theirs because it's a promised land in their Torah. Excuse me, who cares? So if I came and said that God said I should be a billionaire, do I have the right to just be like, give me your money? It makes absolutely no sense. And why don't people question that?
On tells you if you have a holy scripture, good for you, but that doesn't dictate political decision that can affect the lives of other people in
Exactly.
the region. So this is exactly what happened in 8 months. You don't do that. You don't do that. And of course they tell you, oh, it's collateral damage, which crazy, right? It's like, oh, those people that died, it's collateral damage. We really wanted to take that terrorist, but the school got in the way. I mean, the geography is very hostile. Every time we kill Hamas, they just like schools and babies come out of nowhere. When October 7th happened, everybody was talking about raping women, decapitating children, putting women in oven. Even Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, he went into Congress and he described this scene about Hamas militants going into a house, raping the woman, blinding the father, cutting the limb of a child, cutting a finger of another child, and then cutting the chest, the breast of a woman, and playing football with it and raping it. And I said, wait a minute. How is this happening during war? Where are the Israeli Apache fighters? October 7th, you should expect that, well, before October 7th, it's been going on and on. Every single day, a Palestinian will wake up in the morning and an Israeli soldier or Israeli settler can go into their house, burn their house, take their house, kill them, take them as hostages, put them in prison, say that they are terrorists. And a lot of people...
The face Theo Von is making. Honestly, you can tell Theo Von does not really know much on this topic. He's a good-hearted dude, man. He's a good-hearted dude. He's listening and he's respecting it. Appreciate it.
We'll talk about the Israeli hostages. You understand, but before October 7th, there are 5,000 Palestinian hostages in prisons. 1 of every 5 Palestinian has been put in jail. You understand? So imagine for 75 years, your house has no privacy. Your family has no sanctity.
Yeah, you can't go to sleep knowing that you're going to wake up and your house will be yours in the morning.
You go in, people take them, being pushed out, they take their land. At a certain point, you have to break.
Yeah.
You have to snap.
So you're saying that what happened on October 7th is just a buildup of a long series of things. That's just a pinpoint.
And it's not news. Like Palestine Gaza and West Bank is like a small fishbowl, and you have the power to go into this fishbowl, and you just like kick the shit out of those fish anytime you want. At a certain point, one fish will be crazy enough, suicidal enough to jump from the fishbowl and bite your with your pinky. That's October 7th.
Yeah.
So you're going, oh, I'm going to destroy. It's already destroyed.
Yeah, you're creating piranhas.
You understand that in just 8 months, Israel have bombed Gaza more than America has bombed Pakistan, Iraq for 8 years. America, if you attack them, that will be called anti-Semitic. If you talk about AIPAC controlling the elections and giving money, that's anti-Semitic. And it's like, wait a minute, that's against the First Amendment of the United States. Because I have grown up seeing people shitting on everything. On the American president, on religion, on Jesus Christ,
gays,
on
whites, blacks,
Jesus, whites, Muslims.
Jesus,
but when
Santa.
but suddenly when you talk about Israel, which is a foreign country that we give aid, you can't speak. You can't talk about you're labeled anti-Semitic. Why? They are dehumanizing, and when you fight back, you're called a terrorist. Now let's go back to October 7th because this is very important.
Okay.
October 7th, Hamas, which is a militant group that is living in Gaza, that has won the election in 2006, but they were never allowed to take power because Israel started bombing them.
Okay, so Hamas was actually an elected group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And when
But
they
America
ran for
and Israel-
election, what were they? Were they like?
They were running as
like
a group. I mean, Hamas is a. They don't like the Palestinian Authority that was already there.
They didn't like them.
They didn't like it. So
Okay.
they and Israel, Netanyahu was so happy with that, and they started to give money to Hamas in order to bolster them and make them stronger. And they raped women, they decapitated babies. That have a much more
Right, 'cause you
stronger
don't- yeah.
effect because what a baby could do to you.
Baby could do nothing.
And then
Climb up your leg a little.
you decapitate him. You must be a monster. So now these are monster death cult worshippers that we can kill and we can bomb everybody. You see that? Show me in this map anywhere where Israel has scaled back. What they have done, they have moved forward to disintegrate the land more, push the people more, abuse the people more.
Palestinians have been saying for years that the Israelis are just trying to take their land. It's all propaganda. They're just trying to take our land. And the Israelis are saying, oh no, they just don't want Israel to exist. They want to destroy Israel, remove them from the world, blah, blah, blah. As the years go by, look, 1946 to 2000, what actually ended up happening? You tell me.
And because they have the power, and because they have America behind them, they are not compelled to do anything different. American university movement, which is one of the most amazing movements, that they went out against Vietnam, they went out against South Africa, and now they went out against Israel, and they're being hit and penalized in their own campuses for just speaking up. Second Piers Morgan interview, I went up to him and I gave him a story. I told him that Israel used to give contraceptive pills to the Ethiopian Jews.
This is actually a very insane story, and I urge everyone to look into this.
Ethiopian Jewish women who were
The
immigrated
EJs.
from Ethiopia, and for more than 15 years, Israel would give them contraceptive shots without them knowing, so they would sterilize them. They would not allow them to breed because they are black.
Is that true?
Yeah, sense of self-defense, because I'm sure that you see in these videos, all of these IDF soldiers wearing women lingerie, taking like the women's, the kids' toys, destroying empty hospitals, destroying empty schools just for the fun of it. That doesn't look like an army that is defending itself.
I hope you enjoyed that video. So this, again, was the Bassem Youssef podcast with Theo Vaughn. It happened a few months ago, and I really enjoyed it. I wanted to react to it and create a summarized version for you, so you don't have to go watch the whole 2-hour podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.